bowlers to the 2025 Vanport Invitational. This is the stepladder finals portion of the tournament, where we have our number 5 seed, Nick Losli, bowling against our number 4 seed, Bill Machin. The bowlers today bowled 5 games of qualifying. After 5 games, it's cut to the top 12 for 3 games of match play. At the end of the 3 games of match play, cut to the top 5 for our stepladder finals. And again, we have Nick Losli, who bowled a very big 276 his last game to make the stepladder finals, versus newly crowned daddy Bill Machin, who's bowling his first event since becoming a father to Mr. Marshall James, who's sitting right here sleeping next to myself and Chelsea. So congratulations to Bill and Chelsea on their awesomely handsome, full head of hair baby boy. And Bill started off today really hot. I believe he bowled pretty close to 800 the first 3 games today. I'll take a look at that in just a second here for you. I'm not live streaming because I don't have internet bandwidth. I'll post it afterwards. Yeah. And Bill starts off with a spare to start the match. And Bill doing Bill things, strikes to get the second frame strike. Sorry, got a few things going on here. So Bill led qualifying at 1292 on games of 256, 290, 255, 234, 257. Nick Losli 223, 246, 238, 263, 163 to finish at 1133. Qualified 9th. In match play, Nick went 231 with the loss, 180 with the win, 276 with the win, where Bill went 213 with the win, 169, 208. And Nick makes a great shot in the 3rd frame. Ends up with a stone 8. I hate to see it. Really good shot. We're bowling here at Silver Creek Lanes. Silver Creek has twister pins, so sometimes hits like that do happen.
I need to switch that to open, don't I?
Yeah, I can help you with that in a second. I'm gonna see if I can actually stream to YouTube and post it too at the same time. I don't think it's gonna work, but so go to setup, and then choose events. So everything looks good there. Go to squad date and times, make sure it's today and that we see it there.
Yep, Saturday. Oh, Sunday. So I gotta change that.
You need to change that to... Yeah, it's super... I'm going to stop streaming it to YouTube because it's super choppy.
Alright. See you later. So now it's change the date.
So change the date. let's take a look at what's happening here. Sorry about that. It was working with Jim, who's running this tournament. Jim Ferretti did a really good job today of running the event. So in the interim, it looks like our friend Bill got an 8-1 in the third frame, and then a strike in the fourth frame. And also 9 spare strike, 9 spare. Nick Losli with the double in the fourth and fifth frames. And Bill up in the fifth, working on a strike, trailing by 12 pins. And Bill goes out and gets himself a strike in the fifth frame. So right now we do have a 12-pin match. Losli with 60 in the third frame, double fourth, fifth. Bill 48 in the third frame, double fourth, fifth. Strike hero cut the lead down to 12 pins. Today's pattern was a Kegel titanium pattern. Again, we're now 8+ games into the pattern. And Bill's using the Ion Pro Solid. And Bill getting a really good break on the 10th pin right there. Give himself a triple. Cuts the lead down to 2 pins. Nick Losli stepping up. 6th frame right lane. Leading by 2. And looks like Nick mixed one up the lane a little bit high, leaving a 3-pin. Makeable spare. Gives him 89 in the 4th frame. An effective 1-pin lead, but from a max score perspective, with the spare, Nick's max score is going to be 249, where Bill's max score is 258. So the concept behind this tournament was creating conversation with Gary Lenox, Bill Machin, a few other people, and Jim Ferretti about trying to assign points for all the local tournaments, whether it be an OBA, a Professional Bowlers Association regional tournament, Portland Masters, Northwest Masters, like all of the events around, Southern Oregon All-Stars. And based on finishes, assigning everybody points. This tournament was originally designed to be the top 36 in points. Unfortunately, due to commitments from a lot of people this time of year, it ended up going down a lot further on points. And then just became the last few spots were open to whoever would want to bowl today. Unfortunately, wasn't able to fill the full 36, so we ended up with a field of 29 bowlers today. But it's a really cool concept. I know that Jim and principals are going to work towards building something a little bit different next year, but more things to come. And I do love the fact that it supports all the other local tournament organizations running events, and it's a big tie into that. So kudos to all you guys that spoke this into reality, made it kind of happen a little bit, and definitely looking forward to future years and what that looks like. Heading back to our match right now, we got Bill Machin up in the 7th frame working on a triple after Ryan Losli went high again in the 7th frame, left himself a 3-6-10, of which he was able to make. Got Bill up in the right lane, looking to take a commanding lead in this match. And throws a pin in front of the 10 pin this time, and leaves the 10 pin. So it's going to give Bill with the spare 127 in the 6th. With the spare up, we have a 1-pin match going into the last few frames. Machine. And Bill covers the 10 pin. We're bowling a 3-frame match now with 1 pin difference. The winner of this match is going to move on to face Mr. Dohoon Kwon. Dohoon was our number 3 qualifier. And then the winner of that match will go on to face Mr. Gary Lenox. And the winner of that will face our tournament leader, Kian Pryor. Bill calmly steps up in the 8th frame, gets himself a strike. 1 pin lead. With Nick Losli getting up in the 8th frame. Oh, Nick gets up. Really good shot. A little solid 10 pin. 8th frame. Gives him 145 in the 7th. Critical, he takes his time and makes a spare hair. And he does, no worries. Oh, there we go. Nick didn't necessarily, I don't know if he liked that one off his hand or not, but got the job done. I don't think he did either. Yeah, you know, it did look a little left off his hand, but he throws it hard and it got there. So we got Bill up in the 9th frame now. It's a new what? Oh. Oh, I think Nick Losli's throwing the Cove. Okay. Either that or a Brunswick ball. Bill up in the 9th frame. Getting his strike. Well, Chelsea, you kind of been too busy having a baby to be in the game, right? So, I mean, we'll give you forgiveness if you don't know what balls are what. But we'll see you back soon. Get back to this match. Bill can go strike 9 spare and shut out Nick Losli. And Bill gets the first one. All right. 177 in the 8th. Double in the 9th and 10th. 9 spare is 226, which is a winner. Strike's a winner. Anything less, Nick will still have a chance. And Bill steps up in the 10th frame and calmly shuts that down, winning the match and advancing on to face Dohoon Kwon. Great tournament for Nick. He grinded all day long, made good shots, popped off a big 276 in the last game of match play to jump from 9th all the way into the 5th spot in the Stepladder Finals. Nothing to hang your head about, kid. You bowled great today. Keep that momentum up. Our OBA seasons start next week, so looking forward to Nick continuing the momentum into the OBA season and having a really good season there as well, as he was a grand finalist in the Oregon Bowlers Association last year as well. He's been certainly bowling really good. And he can strike out, close it off at 225. Again, really respectable game. Had a couple shots get away from him in the seventh, eighth frames. Other than that, or actually sixth, seventh frames. Other than that, bowled a really, really solid game. Just didn't get the hits. But again, really good showing for Nick. And Nick finishes up with 193. So Bill wins the match 236 to 193, setting up a match against Bill versus Dohoon Kwon.
밑에서도 맞춰보고.
All right, here we are, stepping into our second round semifinal matches. We have Dohoon Kwon versus Bill Machin. Dohoon has elected to start the match. These two have bowled each other in our stepladder finals before. Last year, our OBA down in Lebanon, Bill bowled Dohoon for the title match in the stepladder, and Bill was victorious there. Dohoon looking to avenge that. Also looks like Dohoon is also as well throwing the Ion Pro Solid. And starts off with a good shot and a strike.
minutes until I'm ready to feed him.
Just
I thought I heard that. I was like, he's talking about having those things.
yeah, Bill's starting off the match at the double. For those that haven't gotten a chance to watch Dohoon Bowl, we've been watching Dohoon Bowl against the grown-ups for a long time now, and it's scary how good he's gotten, and expect this kid to win a ton in his bowling career. Doesn't seem like there's anything on the lanes that he's not able to do. He's a really good spare shooter, great competitor. Look forward to just seeing what the future brings for him. And makes a spare. I also have to thank our hosts out here at Silver Creek Lanes as well for hosting this event. Tanya and Ryan Zwicker and the entire staff out here does a wonderful job. And while I'm thinking about it, I can actually hook up, they have Specto out here, so I can hook up Specto and give you a little bit of some rev rates and stuff like that as we get bowling going on today. So we'll get that fired up here in just a second. And Dohoon steps up in the third frame. Gets himself a strike. Yeah, up in the third frame. Looks like got that one a little bit further to the right, but it sat there laid and struck. Bill starting off with the front three this game. Dohoon strikes fair strike. Let's fire up lane three. We can take a look and see what we got for stats for Bill here on Specto this shot.
I will be right back. If he starts screaming, just try to.
I got him.
I'm so sorry.
No, don't be sorry. You go do what you need to do. I got baby duty right now. Oh, looks like Bill got that one up the lane a little bit and still got the strike. So, really good shot there. Oh, no. Come here, buddy. I heard you, Bill. And somehow responding to you. So, sorry I didn't respond to you, Bill. Oh, Dohoon, really good shot there. Comes a little bit high, leaves himself a 4-pin. Makeable spare. Expect him to make it, and then we'll. Oh, come here. Come here, buddy. Dohoon makes that spare. Keeps himself clean through 4 frames. The look Bill has. Dohoon's going to want to start getting on the strike train here pretty quick, though, because I anticipate that Bill's going to strike for a while. He's in a spot of lane he really loves playing. We're good to go there. So we got DK up, 5th frame, left lane, currently trailing by 20. Max score still at 260 for DK. Winner of this match faces Gary Lenox. And looks like that one was a little bit left off his hand. That shot was at 24.6 at the arrows. Got down to 10.5 at the break point. Launch speed of 19.6. Hit the pocket at 15.8 miles per hour. And rev rate on that shot for DK was 531. And Dohoon gets 2 on the spare, leaving the frame open. So that gives Bill a commanding lead in this match. And another strike from Mr. Machin. Oh, come here, buddy. Come here, buddy.
Thanks, Sean.
He's getting a little fussy.
Yeah, he's ready to eat.
Bill up in the 6th frame. Oh, and he gets a hit on the 10 pin. So let's take a look at that one on Specto compared to DK. So Bill's shot was a little further left at the arrows at 28.7, so he's a good 4 boards further left. Got that one down to a break point of 9.1. Launch speed of 18.6. It slowed down all the way to 12.9 miles an hour at the time it hit the pocket, and a rev rate of 402. DK up must strike situation. For him to have any chance, he's going to have to strike out this match, I think. I mean, he's got a max score of 236. When you got Bill in the 240s already having the front 6. So compared to that last shot, that shot was at 26 at the arrows compared to the 24.6 when he had the split. Got out to 9.9. It was 19.7 miles an hour off his hand, 16.1 through the pins with a rev rate of 538. Just shows a consistency as well. I mean, even though the result wasn't optimal. Repeating shots. I think if he had it to do over again, he'd probably take another step left. And by taking another step left, he might be able to get the ball to get through the fronts a little bit cleaner, similar to what Bill has going on right now. But again, just another learning opportunity for DK, and he's in his bag right now looking for a different ball. Kid's always learning, always trying. You know, it's awesome to see. And like I said, he's going to be phenomenal for years to come. 7th frame, Bill on a 6-bagger. Bill on a 7-bagger. So Bill last shot on this lane is at 29.7 at the arrows. And he strikes again. This shot, he was at 29.2 at the arrows. Got out to break point at 8.8. Launch speed off the hand of 16.6. Entry speed 12.8 with a rev rate of 378 according to our Specto numbers there. So again, those two shots were very similar copies of each other in the 6th and 8th frames for Bill. Again, showing his accuracy as well. Looks like DK had grabbed a different ball, but elected to stay with the ion solid. And makes a really good shot to get himself a strike there. So DK max score 216. Again, it's going to end up finishing 4th in this event. Really good tournament. Another good thing to build on for the youngster. And it's going to set up a match between two of the original principals talking about this whole point system, Vanport Open and everything, Bill Machin and Gary Lenox. So that'll be a fun match to watch. And let's see what happened there. So that shot, DK moved a little bit further left, got it to 26.7 at the arrows. Launch speed was 19.3, 15.6 at the pocket with a 510 rev rate. So looks like it was just probably another board, maybe board and a half left to the previous shots, and it struck. And Bill hated that shot off his hand and still struck. Front 9 for Mr. Machin. Oh, look at that guy getting a trip on the 4-pin. Wow. So, I mean, looking at shot, 29.7 at the arrows. That one didn't get as far right. That one only got to 10, hence why it went high. Everything else is about the same. Launch speed was similar, rev rate 391. So we got Bill working on the front 10. And looks like he threw that one just a little bit better. That was at 29 at the arrows, got out to 8.4, 17.2 off his hand with a rev rate of 381. DK, he's saying tackle him. Sweep the legs. Do you have a problem with that?
Go.
And William Machin. how good you threw the 10th frame. And Bill's last shot on the 300, the Specto stats is at 27.9 at the arrows, 16.7 launch speed, 13.4 at the pins, 390 rev rate. So, I mean, what Specto's telling me right now, and my eyes see it, I'm sure you guys are seeing it on TV as well, is that let's got a little bit of room out there. Creating a lot of angle through the front part of the lane. I think that really looks like, you know, wow, that was crazy for DK and the Phil Ball, but really good tournament for Dohoon, finishing 4th. So congratulations. Sets up a match now between Gary Lenox and Mr. Bill Machin.
Card, so you know that I.
And quick shout out while we're waiting for this match to start. Want to also acknowledge and thank Marcus Winklepleck and the Nick Shivers team. They added $1,000 to this tournament prize fund. So anybody out there watching this broadcast, if you're interested in buying, selling a home, hit up Marcus and the Nick Shivers team and see what they can do for you. So, good ball. All right, so we got setting up a match. Gary Lenox versus Bill Machin. Gary's going to start the match on the left lane. And Gary as well is electing to go with the Ion Pro Solid. And starts off with a very nice shot and a stone 8 pin. So I was curious about Gary's stats and getting to see Specto. It's pretty cool. Gary's got a launch speed of 19.1. Ball gets an entry speed at the pins of 14.6 on that shot, a rev rate of 458. That ball entered the pocket at 23.1, so super high flush. And it was at 10.9 at the break point. I'm sorry, that was 12.1 at the break point on his stone 8 pin, 10.9 on the spare. Bill up in the second frame, working on a bunch of strikes and continuing that into this game. Yeah, hooked into Specto, so I'm able to give like some advanced stats. Yeah, so it's just kind of, and now they get the both sides, so it's looking like that. So Bill still at 29.9 at the arrows. Launch speed was, looks like 16.3, and it's slowing down to 12.7 at the arrow. So yeah, Bill's ball speed was 16.3 there, so he's not throwing it at 18. He's 16, going down to 12.7. Looks like Gary's elected to go with a different piece on the right lane. If I had to guess, I'm going to say that's a Tension Star S2 potentially on that lane. We'll see what we can find out. Maybe he's going to make the switch on both lanes after the first shot. Yeah, it looks like he's made that commitment to go to this ball. I love the thought, you know, get up, make a good shot, smash a 8 pin, and then make a ball change and get a double. My shot for Gary's at 21.7 at the arrows, 13 down lane, so really similar within a board. 454 rev rate with 18 miles an hour off his hand, 14.5 speed at the pins. That makes sense, you know, to some extent. A lot more direct. Ball has a little bit more speed at the pins. Bill playing the extreme loft, extreme angle. He's gotten into his comfort zone now. Obviously 300 last game, front 3 this game. Question being is how long does this streak go for, and how long does he need it to go for? Gary's got a really good look on the lanes as well, so he's going to need another big game to win this match. That one looked up the lane just a little bit and ends up with a stone 9. Let's see what we get when our Specto numbers come in. 29.7 at the arrow, so almost exactly the same. Difference being is he shot the frame before, got to 8.8. That one got out to 10.1. Launch speed was 17, entry speed 13, rev rate 393. Essentially just missed a little bit up the lane, and it drove right by the 9 pin. Look for him to not do that. I would ask you to commentate on that spare shot, but It's a PG show, and I don't want to hear the response. Oh, yeah, okay. Well, I said you're going to have to have a big game to win, so. Bill said he's on 267 pace. Trying to find out what happened on the 9-pin. He just missed. And Gary steps up and gets a triple to take the lead. Winner of this match is going to face our number 1 seed, Kian Pryor. Let's take a look at Gary's qualifying today. Gary qualified second on games of 267, 212, 246, 195, and 290 to finish. Heading into match play, he shoots 215 the first game and loses, 268 the second game and wins, 211 the third game and loses. Ends up our number 2 qualifier. And makes a good shot there. Let's take a look. 21.5 with the arrows, the same spot as the last frame. That got out to 11.6, so it got out a little bit further to the left. It was 18.2 off his hand, so similar off his hand, similar entry speed. Rev rate was 443. Again, a carbon copy shot, only difference being it was about a board and a half left at the break point. And that board and a half left was enough to just change the entry angle just enough to not strike. Makes a spare, starts out spare, triple spare. Max score 269. Bill, as he said back here, is on 267 max score pace. So I'll say if Bill can step up after that 9-pin and gets up and gets a strike. Like I said, the winner of this match gets to face tournament leader Kian Pryor. So 30.1 at the arrows, 9.5 break point, 392 rev rate, 16.8. So again, it looks like as long as Bill's getting the ball right at 10 down lane, probably a good chance to strike right now. So Gary stepping up the 2-pin lead, right lane, 6th frame. And his reaction tells you everything you need to know about that shot. He did not like that one. Leaves himself at 2-7, makeable spare. Gary's a really good spare shooter. Gary 117 now in the 5th, spare up in the 6th. Max score now is 257. Our Bill's max score is 267. That definitely looked like a lot better shot. Looked like he liked it off his hand. Yeah, 18.3 launch speed, 458 rev rate. We got to 11.5 at the break point, 20.8 at the arrows. Looking at that shot and his last shot on that lane. Pretty identical. Bill waving that ball into the pocket. So in case I only have Specto up on the left lane right now, so I can only give stats on the left lane when they come up. But again, if you're ever in the area, it's a great practice tool that they have out here at Silver Creek Lanes, the whole Specto system. Just even watching the bowlers in the step ladder just on the one lane, seeing the shots, it's really useful information, repeatability, not just where it's at the arrows, the break point, but also the ball speed and rev rate off the hand. It's a really good tool that they have out here at Silver Creek Lanes. Bill up in the 8th frame. Gets another strike. Not sure if he liked that one better than the last frame or not, but the result was really good for Gary. Strike there. Cuts the lead back to 10 pins. Heading into the 9th and 10th frames. And a really good shot by Gary in the 9th frame. Sets himself up for a 257 max finish. And a really exciting 10th frame here as Bill has a 267 max finish. So we can have just about anything happen here. Up the lane, maybe a pinch soft, leaving a really difficult 3-6-9-10, even though there's a lot of friction out there. There's a lot of different ways that it could potentially miss us at this point in time. I'm pretty sure it's Bill's. And probably not the way he was trying to draw it up, but a spare nonetheless. So Bill goes in the 10th frame. He's got 243 max. Going on 233 pace. The count turned, so situation is this. If Bill doubles, Gary will need a strike. If Bill spares, Gary will need a mark with good count. And if Bill opens, the match is over. And Bill steps up, gets the first hit in the 10th. So that's going to force Gary to get a minimum of a mark in the 10th. This next strike will force Gary to strike the first ball in the 10th. Bill does double in the 10th. So, another really well bowled game by Bill. No, he wants a shot in the 9th frame back, and knowing Bill obviously wants the 9 pin back in the 4th frame, but the strike here puts him at 243. And that's exactly where he finishes, is at 243. So setting the stage for Mr. Lenox stepping up in the 10th frame. Gary needs the first strike. 7 spare to win by 1. Starts with this shot right here. And I think he liked it all the way. Gets him pull for strike. So we need 6 spares a tie, 7 spares a win, and 9 on this ball is a win. A lot of different math opportunities here, but ultimately it's all going to come down to just making a good shot here. And that's the best shot there is. Gary with the strike puts him in the 250s. So Mr. Lenox is going to defeat Bill Machin, 250 something. I'm going to guess 257 because he's going to strike here. We'll see. To 243. And 7 count for 254 and 11 pin lead. All right, sets up an all-lefty finals between Kian Pryor Yeah?
How's the left?
I don't know, right looks pretty good for a minute.
I do have a question about points. For this Vanport thing.
I have no idea. That would be, so they have events, from what I know, they're based on tiers.
Right.
So like the Masters, Portland Masters, Northwest Masters, all that stuff's like a full points event.
Right.
OBAs and stuff like that are like 75% points. And then I think there's some that are even smaller. They give a certain amount of points, but
Like sodas and stuff.
yeah, I mean he's got something published somewhere.
But I mean, my grand finals didn't count. My regional didn't count.
I don't know if those account for this year. Or if yeah, I don't know what the point schedule was.
Because they were within before this event.
Yeah, I don't know where.
But I don't know if the SOBA grand finals counted too, or
Yeah, I don't know.
Come on, John. Come on, John.
Mine ball isn't even landing on the lane until the arrow.
Although I will say when you missed the 9 pin, your error was like 700.
Yeah, that's the one time I threw it on the middle of the lane.
It's like I can't take Gary seriously.
I think you're starting. All right, here we are in our title match. We have Mr. Kian Pryor starting off against Gary Lenox. As we're all having a little bit of fun before the match started, talking about Gary and Bill's rev rates, or I'd say lack thereof, but they're both higher than most people, so be it. Unfortunately, I don't know if you guys heard that in the background or not, but comment was made of people here, 2 left-handers throwing reactive. You don't see that very often these days. Kian as well is elected to go with the Ion Pro Solid. And Gary continuing with the ball that he finished with last game. Let's get the right names up here. Not one of Gary's best efforts ever, but fortunate enough to leave the 5 pin. It's right in the middle of the lane. So again, we do want to thank those that have made this tournament come to fruition. Jim Ferretti and the Vanport News. Check them out on Facebook. Check them out on their website. They do a really good job of updating local bowling tournaments in the area. So again, check out vanportnews.com. Check it out on Facebook. Check it out wherever you can. Support Jim and them, Gary Lenox, Bill Machin, and the others that kind of brainstormed and came up with this idea. Silver Creek Lanes, the Zwicker family, Tanya Ryan, all the staff here for the hospitality and providing the spot for this tournament to be competed on. And again, I want to thank Mark Swinklepleck and the Nick Shivers Realty team for their donation to the prize fund this week and their support of bowling in general. They're also a huge supporter of the Oregon Bowlers Association this year, adding money into all of our tournaments. So super appreciative of Marcus and Nick and the team there. And as bowlers, if we can continue to support those that are supporting us, we'll see the fruitions of a lot better things to come. As we're saying that, unfortunately, Gary left a 7 pin in the second frame and didn't convert, get him 28 in the second frame. We got Kian Pryor up now. Kian qualified today as he doubles. Kian qualified 3rd today. Started off with 277, 222, 268, 230, 210. And then in match play, he did go undefeated in the 3 games of match play. Shot 226 with a win, 268 with a win, and 230 with the win. And ended up with a total score for qualifying plus match play of 2021, which did lead Gary by 97 pins, 87 pins. So this is Kian's tournament to lose. He's already come out looking like he wants to win it, swinging. Yep, tripled up. Putting some pressure early. So what's upcoming in the Northwest for bowling? Let's see. Next weekend, the 2nd season of the Northwest Women's Bowlers Tour starts with their first event at Kingpin's Portland. There's still plenty of opportunities for the ladies around to sign up should you want to. Just reach out to me, Sean Daniels, on Facebook, and I can get you a spot in that tournament. Sunday the 11th, the first Oregon Bowlers Association tournament of the year is going to be competed again at Kingpin's Portland. That tournament will be running a Baker doubles tournament, 12 games of Baker qualifying, cutting to match play, bowling some more Baker matches, ultimately culminating with the top 4 Baker Stepladder Finals. It'll be a fun event, be competitive, as Gary Stone's a 8 pin on that shot. So a fun competitive event, Again, if you're interested in that, reach out to me as well. It is a doubles open to all USVC members. Youth are not allowed to bowl in doubles events. Following weekend will be the longest running regional ever. It'll be the PBA regional at Milwaukee Bowl. They got Pro-Am start of the week. Reach out to Milwaukee Bowl to secure a spot if you want to bowl a Pro-Am with the pros in the area. Also that weekend, I believe, is the Sunday is the Northwest Senior Tour event, again at Kingpin's Portland. So Kingpin's Portland gets a lot of the August tournament rotation, but I know that's the upcoming couple weekends in the Northwest for bowling. We can cut back to our event here. So Gary, after that 8-pin strikes, Kian working on the front three. Oh, asking for it to push and getting a good result, as that was right off his hand up the lane. With the twister pins, you know, from what was saw today, all day today, pretty lucky not to 6-8 there and just leave the 6-pin. Cutting his max score down to 279. Giving Gary opportunity to potentially get himself back into this match. Gary's at the S2. Kian up in the 5th frame. Starting a new string for himself. So I bet if you're asking at the start of the match, if halfway through the match you'd have a 30-40 pin lead on Gary after 4 frames, what would you think? I'm sure he'd be super excited, super ecstatic. Gary stepping up, lane 4, chance to cut it a little bit into Kian's lead here. And I did clarify with him his ball change was to the S2. Rotogrip potential star S2. Looks like it's pretty good. Definitely is a good move. Be curious after the one shot what he saw. Maybe it was just that 8-pin that just made him say, "Oh, look, I want to see something different." But whatever it was, I mean, it was a good move.
Yeah, let's play a sad breakup song. Listen to this song.
6.
Much better. A little too sad and depressing to listen to that.
Yeah, especially for the end of the tournament.
Kian now with a super commanding lead, stepping up in the 5th, 6th frame, working on a strike. And you know, sometimes when it's your day, it's your day. You missed a little bit right in the Fourth frame, got away with just the 6-pin. That shot, fortunate enough just to carry. Commanding lead. Gary Max scored 220. Kian's in the 220s right now. And then follows up the good break with going through the face, leaving the 4-6-10. At this point, he's got such a substantial lead. His only thought here should be going for the count. Nothing crazy. Just get the 6-10, get the 2 count. So I'll tell you, Specto told you. You were looking at. What do you norm? What's your normal? What's your normal miss? Or when you're targeting, what do you normally hit?
If I'm left in the gutter, I want to miss right.
You're hitting basically 29-30 every shot at the arrows.
Because I'm accurate.
Your guys' Specto.
It's all about the touch.
Your guys' 2-match Specto was amazing though. Like it was like literally fractions of boards off. Except for your 6 count wasn't very off.
That was on mine. I just threw a really slow.
No, I
I bet you where I did it spot on.
as we finish this match, Kian's just hoping he can get himself a mark. Just needs a couple marks to sew this up. And he gets 7 again. Oh, I don't know if you can see the looks there. Just what is going on here to finish this match? We've had such good bowling, and then we get this. So, situation such: Kian 172 in the 8th or 9th, 202 max. Gary could strike out for 199. Gary could force Kian to double the 10th with the strike here in the 9th and a double in the 10th. Weird. And with that, congratulations to Kian Pryor for your win in the first inaugural Vanport Open. Appreciate all those that are watching this video. Again, look forward to, we'll have some live streaming from the Northwest Women's Bowlers Tour event on August 9th from Kingpins Portland. We'll have more live streaming from the OBA doubles August 10th from Kingpins Portland. So oh my lord. Kian. And congratulations to Kian Pryor on your 180 to 157 win over Gary Lenox, winning the inaugural Vanport Open. Thank you again, Silver Creek Lanes, Marcus Winkleplick, Nick Shivers team. Thank you for everybody out there watching. Again, more live bowling coming September, not September, August 9th and August 10th on the same channel. Look forward to seeing you guys watching our tournaments end. Until then, this is Sean Daniels signing off.